The sun hung low over the quiet suburban street, painting long shadows across cracked sidewalks. 4 Harleys rumbled to a stop, engines growling like distant thunder. The riders' leather vests patched with the infamous red-and white hells. Angels' insignia drew stares from passing cars. People crossed to the other side. That's how it always was. Before we go deeper, if you believe kindness still matters, if you believe treating every human being with dignity, please like this video, share it, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to Silent Struggles, and also tell us in the comments where you're watching from. We love hearing from you. Then a small voice cut through the roar. Please, sir, buy my bike. Asterisk, the lead rider, Jocks Harlan, killed his engine first. He swung a leg over, boots heavy on pavement. Behind him, his brother's tank Reaper and Cole did the same. They formed a wall of black leather and scars. Asterisk, in front of them, stood a girl no older than 6. Her blue polka-dot dress was clean but faded, socks bunched at her ankles. A pink bicycle with a white basket and glittery streamers leaned against a tree. In her tiny hands, she held a cardboard sign scrawled in crayon, "For sale." Asterisk Jax crouched slowly so his eyes met hers. His voice came out softer than anyone expected from a man built like a linebacker. Asterisk, how much you asking, kid? Asterisk, the girl swallowed. Her lower lip trembled, but she didn't cry. Asterisk, $20, or whatever you have. Please, She glanced back over her shoulder. Asterisk there. Half hidden in the shade of a low hedge about 20 feet away, sat a woman wrapped in a thin blanket, head bowed, knees drawn up. She looked too weak to stand. A plastic grocery bag lay empty beside her. Asterisk Jocks' jaw tightened. He glanced at his brothers. Tank's fists clenched. Reaper stared at the ground. Collusially, the quiet one let out a slow breath. Asterisk, what's your name, sweetheart? Jocks asked. Mira, she whispered. And that's your mommy. Asterisk, Mira nodded. Tears welled but didn't fall. Mommy hasn't eaten in 2 days. She says she's okay, but she's not. I heard her stomach crying last night. The words landed like punches. Jocks reached into his vest pocket, pulled out his wallet. He didn't count, he just took out all the bills inside and pressed them into her small palm without looking. Asterisk here. That's more than 20. Asterisk Mira's eyes widened. She stared at the money like it might vanish. Then she looked up at him, confused. Asterisk, but the bike? Asterisk, keep the bike, Jocks said gruffly. Mommy needs food, not money from your bike. Asterisk Tank stepped forward, voice rough. Where's your dad, kid? Asterisk Mira's face crumpled for the first time. He left, after the fire. He took everything. The money, the car, even Mommy's medicine. He said we were too much trouble. Asterisk Samosa ticked in Jocks' cheek. The air around the 4 men changed from curiosity to something darker. Reaper muttered low. Son of a easy, Jocks said. He turned back to Mira. You and your mom live close. Asterisk, she pointed down the block. The blue house with the broken window. We rent 1 room. Asterisk Jocks stood. All right, you two wait right here. Don't move. Asterisk, he nodded to Cole. Stay with him. Asterisk Cole knelt beside Mira, pulling off his bandana to wipe her cheeks gently. You did good, kid. Real brave. Asterisk Jocks, Tank, and Reaper walked toward the woman. She lifted her head as they approached, eyes sunken, skin pale. Fear flashed across her face when she saw the patches. Asterisk, please, she rasped. Don't hurt her. She was only trying to help. Asterisk Jocks held up both hands. We're not here to hurt anybody, ma'am. Your girl told us you're hungry. Asterisk, the woman's eyes filled. I'm Elena. I lost my job 3 months ago. The landlord took our savings for back rent. Then my ex-E cleaned out what was left. I can't even afford the bus to the food bank anymore. Asterisk Tank pulled out his phone. You got family? Asterisk Elena shook her head. Not anymore. Asterisk Jocks crouched again, this time in front of her. Look at me, Elena. You're not alone right now. Okay, Asterisk, she stared at him, tears spilling. Why are you helping us? Asterisk, because somebody has to, he said simply. Telling her stories about the road funny ones, about bikes that broke down in the rain, about brothers who argued over the last slice of pizza. She giggled once, a tiny sound that made the big man's eyes soften. Jax, Tank. And Reaper returned 20 minutes later with 4 large bags from the corner market. Bread, milk, eggs, fruit, chicken, cereal, peanut butter, things that could last days. They also carried a hot pizza box and 2 bottles of orange juice. Elena tried to protest. I can't take all this. You already did, Jocks cut in gently. We're just delivering. They helped her stand. She was shaky, but she walked back to Mira on her own power. When the girl saw the food, she ran and hugged her mother's legs. Mommy, look! They bought everything! Elena sank to the curb, pulling Mira into her lap. She cried quietly while stroking her daughter's hair. The bikers stood back, giving them space. But Jocks wasn't finished. He pulled out his phone again and made a call. Short, direct. Need you at the Blue House, on Maple, 2 blocks from the park. Bring the truck, food, clothes, kid stuff, and tell Doc to come too. Within an hour, more bikes. Arrives, not Hell's Angels, but friends? A pickup rolled up, loaded with boxers? Women? From a local support group Jocks knew showed up with blankets, toiletries, children's books, a winter coat for Mira, one of the newcomers. A gray-haired woman named Maria hugged Alina like an old friend. We've got a spare room at the shelter, until you get on your feet. No strings. Lina stared in disbelief. I don't know how to thank you. As the sun dipped lower, Jocks knelt in front of Mira again. You know what you did today was the bravest thing I've ever seen. Mira shook her head. I just wanted Mommy to stop hurting him. That's exactly why I was brave. He reached into his saddlebag and pulled out a small stuffed bear one he'd carried for years as a good luck charm. He pressed it into her hands. His name's Rhodey. He's been on every ride I've ever taken. Now he's yours. So you remember you're never really alone on the road. Mira hugged the bear tight. Thank you, Sir Jockstead. Looked at Alina. You need anything? Anything? At Alu? Call this number. He handed her a card with only a cell number written on it. Alina clutched it like a lifeline. The bikers mounted up slowly. Engines came alive one by one. Before they pulled away, Jocks looked back at the little family on the curb, food spread around them. People helping, hope flickering back into Alana's eyes. He gave a small nod. Then they rode off. Rumble fading into. Jocks received a text from an unknown number. It's Alina. Mira. Start school next week. I got a part-time job at the library thanks to Maria. We're safe. Thank you doesn't feel big enough, but thank you. She still sleeps with Rhodey every night. Jax stared at the message for a long time. Then he typed back one line. You're welcome. Keep fighting, Alina. The road gets better. He slid the phone away, started his bike, and joined his brothers on the highway. Behind them, the world kept turning. People still crossed the street, but somewhere on a quiet street, a little girl kept her pink bike. She rode it every afternoon after school, wind in her hair, bear strapped in the basket, and every time she passed the spot where 4 scary men once stopped. Kindness wears leather. And sometimes the toughest hearts break open just wide enough to let the light in. In a world quick to judge, never underestimate what one small act of courage and for unlikely.